for more Philippines.
Yes, the grab is in the building.
Yes.
日本語でですね、説明したいと思います。
Into the Sankyo position, support now. Right there. Back up. Knuckles down. Chest to it. Hakkyoy. Nakota Nakota. Nakota Nakota. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Nakota Nakota. 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 This is it. Hakkyoy. Nakota Nakota. 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 Nakota Nakota.
Nakota Nakota. Nakota Hakkyoy. Nakota. Big throw attempt for Matt. Nate's fighting through it. Nate's working on keeping it. Oh, show more.
Control, right? So when he walks, he's going to move forward and he's sliding. It's called Suriashi. He's going to move backwards, same thing, Suriashi. What you notice is he's not, no stomp. Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Hakkyoy! Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota, Nakota Nakota. Oh, sometimes you just gotta pancake.
Furikuri are often made of silk and vibrant colors and intricate patterns. And first, here we have Goti. And this pink sakura is obviously a traditional symbol in Japan. There's also wisteria flowers represented. This is a specific kind of dyeing that sort of apprentices have these long dangling obis in the back. So we made an attempt at that. Next up, we have Katie in a beautiful burgundy kimono. This has peony flowers on it, among other things. Peony are one of flowers that demonstrate nobility and grace in both Japan and China, traditionally. And so they're a very common motif on young women's kimono, with more of a modern tie in the back. I love the little fan spread at the bottom of her sash. That's very beautiful. Next up, Emily. This is a traditional sash tied in the Fukura Suzume pattern, which is a plump sparrow or puffed sparrow. It's a very common, sort of old-fashioned type of obi tie, so it goes well with a kimono that is a little bit of a retro pattern, including a lot of different flowers. So we have flowers from all four seasons, chrysanthemums, camellias, orchids, cherry blossoms, plum blossoms. And this is a Rinzu kimono, so it is a satin brocade. so it's a little bit of a different texture than the other kimonos. With a shibori tie-dye, so those little dots that you see on it are actually a resist-based tie-dye. They tie a bunch of little knots and then dye it. Next up, we have Leah, also in a very retro and kind of Taisho era. So the 1920s in Japan was a period of great change, and styles from then reflect both new techniques in dyeing, new dyes that were available, so they're very colorful and bright. And also a little bit of a Western influence with Art Deco motifs. So we have this really beautiful coordinated retro design with a very fancy obi musubi in the back. So a little bit more of a modern look for that. And next we have Ellie is coming up. Ellie is in a beautiful dark plum color with looks like cherry blossoms, again a very traditional pattern, and a nice modern looking sash on the back, a variation on the Maizakura tie, very elegant, very refined, and a beautiful hairstyle too. Next up we have Jasmine in a beautiful teal kimono. This features, I think those are insect cages, the boxes on it, along with more peonies, tachibana, which are a Japanese citrus, pine motif, maple leaves that give it a little bit of a winter feel. There's a beautiful teal kimono again. It's in kind of a nice shiny rinzu pattern, and with a tateya bow in the back. Jasmine, can you hold and turn to the back so we can admire your bow? This particular obi quiver, and it's slightly on an angle there, standing up as if somebody is about to pull an arrow out of the back of it. And it's usually represented Maya's in a beautiful pink kimono with some modern flower designs of different types, some beautiful gold embroidery on the front of that if you want to stop and show this beautiful gold embroidery there, very common in kimono, particularly for young women like this, and a bunko musubi in the back. This is another more traditional motif. Again. And you can see that there's really a wide variety of styles and patterns that are represented in this. These were mostly dressed by our club members. Some ladies dress themselves as well. It is possible to learn how to dress yourself. Currently just came back from Japan. It's a recent acquisition. Particularly spectacular. I love the yellow color. Again, featuring peonies, those big blossoming flowers. They look a lot like roses. As well as cherry blossoms, more tachibana, citrus. So there are two ends to the obi sash. There's the te and there's the tare. And that's sort of the base of how you tie them. The te means hand. It's usually the short end. It's where there's less pattern. The tare means to dangle. And so it's the end that usually ends up being tied into the bow, tied into a knot like mine on the back, or the dangling as you'd see in like a Maiko's obi, a geisha apprentice. So the obi is usually wrapped twice around the body and then pulled tight so that it stays. As you can see,
Okay. Okay. What you want? Come on up. You want to do this? You want to do this right now in front of the entire OC Japan Fair? Come on up here. Come on. Make some noise for this person. I don't want to say guy because I don't know what else. Make some noise for this. Whatever this is. Does anybody know who that is? The character. Huh? Kid? Hey. How are you?
Billy the guy from Jinjuro, the game.
What's the game?
Jinjuro.
Jinjuro? Jinjuro? The game. Anybody play it? You guys play it? Look at this guy. Someone take a photo. All right, make some noise. Okay, hey, that was cool.
一人旅子守歌